Yay! Welcome! Awesome! Welcome to our Step Challenge Kickoff. It is great to have you here. This is going to be quick. This is going to be energizing. This is going to be motivating. Then we're going to head out for a walk. My name is Leslie Gordon Christie, and I'm the creator and one of the instructors here at Buff Nation. Buff, by the way, stands for Beautiful, Unique, Fearless Females. And we help women 40 and over balance hormones, build strength, boost their metabolism, so they feel energetic, confident, and amazing in their clothes. Once again, it is great to have you here for our second annual Step Challenge. And this is great because it's something that you can do anywhere. It's portable, it's low impact, it's amazing, and there's so many health benefits to getting out and getting walking. So we thought it would be fun to put a challenge behind it, because when you are accountable, right, and you have a plan and you have a goal, wow, amazing things happen. So we're going to get started tonight with our Step Challenge. You might want to take some notes here. I'm going to ask you about a goal. I'm going to tell you how everything works. And then, of course, we're going to head out and we are going to do our walk tonight. So a little bit about this program, but first, some shout outs to some of our Buff Nation community already out and getting in their steps. This was Sarah, and she said, started on Mother's Day, a little cooler evening, but got in about 6,000 steps. Sarah, yay, that is awesome. And then a big shout out goes to Kelly. She said personal goal met, her first 10K. And she says it was so much fun. She did the downhill route. It was in Toronto over the weekend, the Mother's Day run. And what an awesome way to kick off Mother's Day, she says. And what an incredible, inspiring story. She set it as a goal. She got out there, she did it. And so whether you're walking, whether you're biking, whether you're jogging, whether you're speed walking, whether you're hiking, it doesn't matter. The idea is we want to get moving, we want to feel great, and we just want to get out there and do something for us, okay? So we did this a little while back before it became a step challenge. We were kind of just doing it within our Buff Nation community, and we did so many steps. We actually went from Cambridge, Ontario, that's where we are, all the way to Tofino, British Columbia. So beautiful there. And then we came all the way back. That's how many steps we did together as a community. And it was absolutely fantastic. So we're excited to get into things today. And the reason we do that at this time of year, I love this quote: spring is far more than just a changing of seasons. It's actually a rebirth of the spirit, right? And so as the weather gets warmer, the trees come out, we start to feel that renewed energy. And when we can go outside and we can experience nature and we can get active, releasing those feel-good endorphins, and that's when we just bring everything together. And that's why spring is an awesome time to do that. So we're going to get into a little bit about the Step Challenge and what it means and what we're going to do and how we're going to keep you accountable. There may be many reasons why you're joining us. Here were a few that came from you guys: to find the motivation to get off the couch. So maybe that's you, maybe you haven't exercised for a while and it's been a long winter and you just want some motivation to get off the couch and get moving. And perhaps you just want to feel energized and you want to get outside. You want to do something for you. You know it's low impact. You know you are capable of doing it. You just need a little bit of structure. You just need a little bit of motivation and encouragement. That might be you. Or maybe, just getting back to you, right? Showing up for you, committing to you and saying, this is my time. I am worthy of this time of investment in my time, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to do this for me. And that may be where you're at. You might be at all three of those examples. You might just be at one. Maybe you have another reason, but the most important thing is you're here. And there's just such great energy when we come together and we do it in a group. There really is. And then within our Facebook group, if you haven't joined it yet, I encourage you to do so. The link is on your program page. I'm going to go through that in a moment, just because when you do things in numbers, even though we may be in different geographical locations, you can really feel that energy. And when you're having an off day, you're reading about someone's win that day. And when you're having a great day, you're sharing it and you're helping someone get back up, because we're going to have those ebbs and flows. And that's what makes the group dynamic so incredibly powerful, especially with something like a step challenge. And I wanted to find some research because, we hear so much about, 10,000 steps, getting 10,000 steps, but some of us may not be there, and that is absolutely okay. But I did find a great study. It was actually done just last year that suggested 8,000 steps. So we're hearing all about, 10,000 steps, getting your 10,000 steps. But this was, a couple times a week. It's really enough to improve heart health, lift your mood, lower the risk of early death. There's such great research behind that. So even if you're just starting and, you haven't been out walking and you're thinking, how on earth am I going to get all these steps in? It's all about just setting a goal for you. There's no competition here unless you want to have a friendly competition with friends or family members, which can also be fun. But it's about just showing up for you and doing a little bit more than you had been doing before. So if you weren't doing anything and you're coming in, you might, aim for, 4,000, 5,000 steps a day. If you're already hitting your 10, you might push it up to 12 or even 15 just to create a challenge for yourself. So everyone has access to the program page. Okay, we've made this really, really simple. A program page, it's inside the email that you would have received when you signed up. You want to bookmark that page because everything is going to go there. So the recording of what we're doing tonight is going to be available for replay there. Your step tools, those are going to be there too. The link to the accountability session, the link to the other cool bonuses we have are going to be there as well. So just make sure you bookmark that page because if anything's new, if anything's updated, it'll all be there, keeping it super simple and organized. Okay, so that link again is in your email. And if for some reason you don't have it, even comment under the post in the Facebook group or send me a message at leslie@thebuffmom.com and I will make sure that you've got it. We want to make this simple for you because if it's not simple, you're not going to do it. Really, right? If it's not simple, you're not going to do it. So we want to make it super simple. So I wanted to get into some tips before we head out and we begin. And some of you may have already done your steps today, but you know what? This is the official kickoff. It's always nice to have a really hard start and then a hard stop because then you have an amount of time that you're actually working within. So I really find, the 21 days is wonderful because a lot of people say that 21 days to make a habit. I think it's a little bit more, but the point is you get in those 21 days, you notice how amazing you feel, and then you're just going to keep going at it. Okay. So I want to go through some tips and some motivation strategies. And the first one is this. Okay. And I know you might be thinking, hey, it's just a step challenge, setting a goal. Well, goals give you purpose and they give you direction. If you think about going on a road trip and you don't have a destination and you leave the driveway and you keep driving around, it might be fun at first, but eventually you're going to get bored and probably you're not going to end up anywhere. But if you say, okay, I'm going to go to Windsor, Ontario, and I'm going to get in my car and drive there. By the time you get there, it will be a measured distance. When you achieve that goal, it's giving you focus. So I want you to set a goal. Okay. So the goal might be, I want to do 7,000 steps per day, or I want to do 12,000 steps per day, or maybe you might even do it within a week. If you have some days where maybe you're not going to be able to get out and step, you want to set a weekly goal. Or maybe another option that you could do is say, I just want to get moving every single day, whatever that looks like. Maybe one day it's a workout, maybe one day it's a walk, but setting a goal is really key. And I want you to stop and do that right now because that'll make a difference as to how you proceed. If you step over this and you skip over it, you've got no fire in your furnace. It's the goal is the essential component that you need, and you got to identify it and don't overthink it. Habit pattern will have us overthinking things to avoid doing what we need to do. So just put it down. Hey, I want to get active every day. It can be as simple as that. I want to get active every day. I want to hit 6,000 steps a day. I want to up my goal by 2,000. I want to do 2,000 more steps than I do every day. That's my goal. So you write down your goal. Don't overcomplicate it. Just write it down right now. Okay. This will make a difference to how you proceed moving forward. Okay. So write it down what you're going to do and add in that goal. I'm wondering if I ever got live in my Facebook. I've got a bunch of different things up on my screen here and I'm hoping that everything is working. All right. So I know for sure we're live on YouTube. which is great. And looks like we're, thank goodness, we're live. Everything worked. Yay. We're live in our VIP group. Anyway, so wherever you're watching, please take a moment right now and write down your goal. Okay. So important. Write it down. Okay. What do you want to do? Do you want to get out? Do you want to enjoy nature? Do you want to finish this off? And I know for some of our in-person boot camp classes, we were talking about this, just the goal of finishing off 21 days. Just starting and completing something is going to feel amazing. And maybe that's your goal and you write that down. Either way, please write down your goal. Okay. Next up, we are going to get moving, but I don't want you to overcomplicate this. You don't have to have the right running shoes. You don't have to have the right outfit. You don't have to have the right weather. You just have to get moving. Okay. It's all about taking imperfect action wherever you're at. So even if it's raining and it's a day to walk, it's just water. Figure out a way to deal with the water, get out and go. And that we overcomplicate things again in our mind and just have it as a goal and head out. So we just get moving and keep it super simple. All right. The next part, and this is really important for a number of reasons, but I want you to track your steps. So if you have a Fitbit, I have a Fitbit, you might have an Apple Watch. If you don't have any of the tools inside your program page, I've connected some really affordable options for you. You can also use your phone, depending on the type of phone you have. It will keep track of your steps. But the idea is, what you focus on grows. So if you have set a goal of getting 6,000 steps in a day and you're at 5,998 steps, you're going to walk around your house until you hit the 6,000. You're going to be more likely to hit your goal if you're keeping track of it. And if you have a day, and you will have those days where you don't get your goal, that is absolutely okay. You just pick it up and you keep moving forward. Okay. So track your steps. And then I'm going to get you to record your steps. And the reason I want you to record your steps are, number one, it's incredible how many steps you do, and they add up really, really quickly. Okay. We often forget the little things that add up that make the big difference. So even if you're doing 2,000 extra steps per day, that's 14,000 extra steps per week. And you multiply that by 3 weeks and you have a whole lot more steps. And we forget that. But when we write it down, it's a really great reminder about how far we've come. And that allows us to see progress that we are in control of. And so here's your tracker. There is a printable tracker and there is a fillable tracker. We used these last year and they work so well. You're just putting in each day how many steps you're doing. And again, if you don't get all your steps in for a day, that's okay. It's amazing how you will make up for it on another day. Like, don't judge yourself. It's no big deal. The point is, on most days, you're hitting your goal as to where you want to go. Okay. And then this is the big part. And this is really the biggest impact on results, is staying accountable. Staying accountable, because when you do something and you don't tell anybody, and you don't have a way to measure your progress, or anyone to call you on, hey, where are you going? Like, you haven't shown up. Where are you? It's going to be easy to skip. The accountability is key, because it's going to keep you coming back, and you may not feel like it on all days, but it's the accountability piece that keeps you going. And so when you see other ladies within the group posting, or you see someone sharing something that's so inspiring, you're going to want to continue, and then you're going to want to share your success. And remember, when you share a success you have, it's not bragging. It is just coming from a place of inspiration so you can uplift and inspire others. Okay. Because when you have a win, share it, because someone else will benefit from that share. Okay. So please feel free and feel comfortable to share those wins. If that's not your thing, that's okay. You can even send me messages. Sometimes I get a lot of those messages with these challenges. If you're not comfortable on social, but push out of your comfort zone. Whatever you put in is going to be what you get back. So if you put in, putting in the shares, you're going to get a lot out of this 21-day challenge, because really accountability is the glue that ties commitment to results. One of my mentors, Bob Proctor, said that, and it is really true. It's what makes the difference. That's why the Buff Nation program is so successful. It works is because you've got the accountability of other women holding you accountable and caring, hey, where are you? I don't see you. Where's your post? Oh, great job. Nice work. It really makes a difference. We're going to have an accountability session on Tuesday, May 21st at 7:30. These are about 15 minutes or so. Very, very helpful. So we did these all through Spring Challenge. We did it a little differently. We did it as a mindset for weight release segment. But what this did is you show up and it helps you kind of reframe your focus and any negative thoughts that you're having, like, I want to quit, I want to stop, why am I doing this? You kind of understand where all that reasoning comes from, because it's not true. And then you just keep going. Okay. So the accountability session, Tuesday, May 21st, and then BN Step Challenge 2024. I want you to share that within our group because we're going to be doing random prizes. So when you have a win, share it with BN Step Challenge 2024. And then we're going to do some random prizes. Those are always fun to give things away. And then, of course, always celebrate your wins, big or small. Okay. Always celebrate your wins, big or small. And there's a reason for that. When we get into the habit of celebrating what is working in our life, and we get into the habit of it, we override the pattern that everything is wrong, or we're not doing anything, or nothing's changing. And we start to attract a new way of thinking. And new ways of thinking are going to give you new results. So get out, get moving, and celebrate the fact that you did. Celebrate the fact that you went for that walk and it was raining, or the fact that you got up and you stepped and you sure didn't feel like it, but you did it anyway. Those are things to celebrate. Okay, so I just want to go through this list and then I want to do a couple more things and then you're going to head on a walk. So you're going to set a goal. If you haven't done that yet, please do it. It's going to be your compass for keeping you connected. And if there's emotional reason behind it, it's really going to work for you. So if you want to get moving because you want to be a vibrant and healthy mother or grandmother, or you want to feel confident in your clothing and you just want to age and feel strong, and have great mobility, that's the emotion behind it. And that goal is going to keep you going on those days you don't feel like it. And just getting moving imperfectly. Okay. You don't have the right shoes or the right outfit or the perfect time or the perfect time of night. It's just about doing it, taking imperfect action, tracking your steps. Okay. We want to track those. We want to record them, we want to stay accountable. And then, of course, celebrate your wins. Now, a couple things I wanted to mention before we get going. A lot of you might be asking, okay, things are busy. How am I going to get in all these steps? And I know that's a really common question. I would say, first of all, what can be really helpful is if at the beginning of the week, you schedule in your walks. Okay. You put them in your calendar, you treat them like important appointments with a doctor or a dentist, and you show up for you, because really that investment in you is just as important, if not more important, than anything else that's happening around you. You tell others how to treat you by the way you treat yourself. So you've got to make time for you. So get them in your calendar. The other thing you can do is you can just work them in your day. So you're going to park further from your office. You're going to take the stairs. Maybe you park at one store and you walk 3 stores, the store you're going to is 3 stores away, or you go somewhere and you've got to go downtown and maybe you park a few streets away and you walk. You just make walking part of your day, and getting those steps in, and it's amazing how much they add up. I've done this before when I haven't been able to get out for an organized walk. You just do these things, park a little bit further, go to the next store, go to park at the very end of the parking lot, go up the stairs, go up and down the stairs at work. It's amazing how quickly they add up. The other thing you can do is you can do little mini walks. And so I found with 10,000 steps or so, I would do 3 walks. I would do one in the morning for about 15 minutes, one at lunch for about 15 to 20 minutes, and one after dinner. And that would get me to about 10,000 steps. So we don't have to do it all at once. We can do little walks throughout the day, even if they're 5-minute walks. Everything adds up. And that's what I want you to realize. Everything adds up. And just because you're not getting it all in one chunk, it doesn't mean that at the end of the day, you're not going to hit that goal. Okay. And the other thing to mention, coming into, we're winding this down and letting you know how things work with your challenge cards. Okay. It's not about who gets the most steps. That's not what this challenge is about. This challenge is about showing up for you, learning to be consistent, building a habit, and feeling amazing. So, what you're going to do at the end is you're going to complete your 21 days, and maybe some days you don't hit them, and that's going to be okay. And when that happens, you're just going to be like, okay, on to the next day. Then you're going to hand them in at the end, and then we have a big prize for the winner. That's how that's going to work. Okay. So, number one, WMMs. This is what we do to remind our Buff Nation ladies about what to focus on so you're not overwhelmed. Okay. You want to keep it simple. Number one is water. So, you want to make sure you're getting enough water. Oftentimes, we think we're hungry, but we're actually thirsty, particularly in the evening. Okay, because hunger and thirst can get messed up. So at night, especially if you're hungry and you don't want to eat, don't want to be eating in the evening, especially carbohydrate rich foods, you just have lots of water. Okay. But water throughout the day is really important and keep yourself hydrated. Also, movement. So that can be anything for you, any low impact movement for you. Again, remember, it could be walking, it can be jogging, it can be biking. And then, of course, the big piece here is the mindset piece. And we talk about this all the time at Buff Nation. For those members watching now, right? You got to have it in here first before you can have it out here. So if you're just starting, you really want to think about seeing yourself as someone who's committing to this and finishing off the 21 days. See yourself as out there walking. You close your eyes, you're enjoying your walk, rain or shine. You're feeling great, you're feeling amazing, and 21 days comes and you've done it. So that's your mindset, focusing on where you want to go, not what's going wrong. You want to focus on where you want to go. And then we use this analogy all the time. I talk about this all the time, but it really is a good reminder. If you fall off, you just get back in the canoe at whatever point you're at, no judgment, and you keep paddling forward. You don't look to the side. It doesn't matter what the other guy's doing. You don't look backwards because you're not going there. You just keep looking forward. Okay. That's the only thing that's going to keep you going. And then you get there and it's done. You did it. Okay. Never underestimate the importance of small steps. So you can see on the left, someone's trying to do it perfectly, taking big steps, maybe do all their stepping at once in one shot, get out for a big hike every day. But then you've got someone who, doing things like, let's park a little further from the grocery store. Let's take the stairs instead of the elevator. Let's park the car and walk into the farmer's market rather than driving up to it. Let's park the car and go for a nice walk along the water with the dog. Doing little things along the way, and they really catapult you towards that goal. Okay, the power of small steps, and of course, believing in you, because yes, you can. And we are here to remind you of that. You have an incredible power within. You just got to get your goal, stay focused on where you're going, push away the negative, and go for it. All right. And what we're doing, and I'm actually going to do it this Saturday, is we're going to open our Saturday sweat. And we do this from time to time. We haven't done it in a while, and I thought this would be a perfect time to do it, to join our Saturday sweat class. So if you're not currently a member within our Buff Nation community, you can join us on Saturday. You can access the replay as well. It's BN Strong. I think it's BN Hit this week, but it's designed for women 40 and over, low impact training, really awesome. It's there if you'd like to take advantage of it. If not, that's okay, but I'm going to put everything on that page, like an extra little bonus. And then remember this: success is not a big step in the future. Success is a small step taken right now. Okay. Small step taken right now. So let's crush this, everyone. Let's do this. Let's stay focused. Let's get our goal. And then we've got that accountability session. Let us know how you're doing within our Facebook community. And if you haven't joined yet, you can join from the main page, bookmark that page, and we will see you soon. Awesome job, everyone. Have a great walk. Good stuff. Woo.